Back in the time before computers, if you wanted to find a roommate or a living situation, you would call and leave a message on an answering machine. You'd pay money so that you could leave your name and a little tidbit about who you were and what you wanted in a roommate situation or a living situation. And that's exactly the place I was in when my parents decided that, yes, we're all for you going to school, to fashion school in San Francisco, but we want you to live in the dorms, and I wanted my own apartment. And they said, okay, if you want your own apartment, then you're going to have to do it yourself, and you've got 24 hours in San Francisco to find an apartment. So they flew me down there for 24 hours. I signed up with a place called Roommate Referral and was like, paid my $40 to be able to leave my name and number on or actually it wasn't even a number. I didn't have a cell phone. So it was like my name and I'll keep checking in at payphones throughout the 24 hours. So I get down there and I'm going to do this because if I don't, my parents aren't going to help me at all to find a place. They want me to live in a dorm with strangers that I don't, know. So I leave my message. I'm like, I'm Adam Arnold. I'm going to fashion school. I like rubber cement and I like the color orange and I'm really quiet and I like Burt Bacharach and I think I'd be a really great roommate, so give me a call. And I met a vegan. This was like in 94. So everyone in San Francisco is like 22 and I was 20 at the time. And I was like, they were like, are you vegan? And I was like, no, I don't know what that is. Well, we don't use animals in a harmful way, and we don't eat them, and you're not going to do any of that while you live under this roof. And I thought, shit, like my parents are bad enough. I'm not going to live here. So I went to like a number of different places, and it got down to the last, pretty much I just had to leave for the airport. And I met this guy named Martin Harakowitz, who had a really clean apartment, and everything was really atomic and 50s. And I was like, this is cool. This guy's really awesome. And I'm like, hey, Martin. So my name's Adam, and I really want to move here with you. And I'm a fashion designer, and I'm going to be going to school here, and I'm really quiet. And I'm gay. Are you gay? And he's like, yes, I'm gay. And I was like, okay, great. So I really like this place, and what do you think what do you think about me? Like, should I live here or what? And he was like, actually, I just like to fill the space as soon as possible. And so I was like, all right, great, I'm in. So $300 a month, whatever. Cool. So I get on the bus, go home, then I realize I'm moving there in 3 months, and I know nothing about this guy. And so fast forward 3 months, I move in, and there is the ridiculous smell of like burning hair and flesh, like kind of not the kind of flesh that the vegans were warning me about, but like human, like kind of a sweet, what I would imagine like a human flesh burning on a stove smelling like. And I'm moving my boxes in, and I'm like, okay, and Martin is nowhere to be found. He set the key under the mat, and nothing happened. So I move in, and I'm lying there in my bedroom, and I hear the door open, and I'm frozen in bed, and I hear him like walk by my living room bedroom and go into his room and shut the door. And then I heard the sound of like a knife being sharpened, I swear to God. And I thought, holy shit, like this guy is a serial killer, and I don't know anything. I'm in San Francisco. It's the first time I've moved away from home, and this guy is completely insane. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, I guess I fall asleep because in 10 o'clock in the morning, there's a scent of like burning, this sweet burning stink again. And I go outside and I'm like hanging out on the fire escape and I look down and the neighbor's stove on the basement, it's like, below the apartment is like covered in hair and like blackened, fleshy kind of stuff. And like pots of black magma kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so I come back in and I don't know, I lived there basically in fear for 2 years. I broke into his room once. All I found was like untouched Man or Astro Man dolls all up inside of the closet. I tried to do things like make him some little atomic dining room chair covers, break the ice, like a year in, break the ice. But the dude never talked the whole time. 2 years went by and I finally moved out. And I think we could like type it all on a single, maybe a half a sheet of paper, what I said to this guy or what we both said to each other. And then I would say 2 years ago, I still remember the phone number, so I called him, and because he has one of those answering machines, and I could totally see it. I called him, and I was like, yes, I'm looking for an Adam Arnold. I believe he used to live here. This is the only number I have for him. Could you please call me back at 503-234-1376? Let me know about that. Thank you. And then I realized, oh, wait, that's my studio number. And if he calls back, it's going to say, you've reached Adam Arnold's studio. I'm sorry. I'm not here right now. And then, like, who's the weirdo,